Happy Friday. Where's everybody at? Let's get this party started. Uh-oh, I see Strickland, I see Nev. Hey Queen, what's going on? How are you guys feeling? So nobody's feeling good? Yes, all right now. I see he's here. Hey Daddy. Uh-oh. Hey King. I'm sorry, Strickland. Hey King, how you doing? Uh-oh, I'm waiting for the guest of honor. Drum roll, please. Nope, it didn't happen like that. I am waiting for our guest of honor to join me. Yes, hey Queen. All right, so I'm gonna come out and then I'm gonna invite you again. All right, here we go. Hold on. Yes, hey Uncle Gene. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
good. Are you able to see
Can
me?
you hear
Or
me?
I hear you.
Can you? Okay, can you see me?
I can see you. Do you see me?
Yes, I do see you and I hear you.
Because I cannot see me for nothing. I don't know why, but I guess
Really?
for
I can
no.
see you.
I can't. This is
Is your
weird.
Wi-Fi? It's a Wi-Fi connection, maybe?
It probably. Let me just
Want me
do
to
it one
come
more
out and come
time.
back in? All right,
Forgive
so I'm
me.
gonna go out and then come back in.
It's that cricket Wi-Fi. That cricket. I should have got
Yeah, I don't
Verizon.
know. I don't know where you at in the Bronx, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna leave it alone though. So
All right.
I'm gonna come out and let you come back in.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right.
No
Peace.
problem. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi in the Bronx, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna try it again. How's everybody feeling? I see some new faces on here tonight. Welcome. Welcome to Characters Unmasked. Thank you for tuning in. So we are gonna wait for our guest of honor to join in again. Right? Goddamn Bronx. Okay, Queen. All right. All right. Your Wi-Fi is good on that side of town. Whatever you say. All right. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna try again. Let's see what's going on. You know what? While we got some time, I'm gonna see what's going on with some of y'all. I'm gonna tap some of y'all in. So don't be shy right now. We're waiting. Okay? Don't be declining my join. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on. Here we go. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Drum roll. Drum roll. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go.
Better?
There we go. Way better.
Yes! Look at God.
God is so good. Thank you, Father.
Right?
Thank you,
Amen.
Father.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
How are you doing today? How have you been?
I am blessed. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain. I'm healthy. I'm happy, so yes, good
That's
stuff.
good. That's good.
How have you been? How this whole pandemic, how's it been treating you?
To be honest, it's been a blessing in disguise. It's been a blessing
Uh-oh,
in
okay.
disguise. As especially as artists, we always stay active and always try to get
Mm-hmm.
busy, get booked. So it's a time for a lot of introspection and a lot of time for to go within myself. It's get to know
Mm-hmm.
Idriss. So which was good. It's a beautiful journey. It still is. So how about
Yes.
you?
All about the journey. It's been good. I mean, I had a lot of time around my son, obviously,
That's
because he
good.
was alone inside the house. But a lot of time also like to refocus and like write some things down and think about more of what I want and just kind of figure out a way to do it. You know, try
That's
something
awesome.
new. You know?
That's
That's it.
awesome.
Yes. So for those of you tuned in, I don't know if you guys, I don't know how many of you know this. Some of the characters know this, but for those who don't know, I met you when we had On the Stage. It was a
Yes.
talent show we had, I think last year, maybe the year before last now. I'm not sure,
Yes.
you know. Time's
Yeah.
flying by. And you came in, obviously, of course, and you had a great audition, and we got to work together. And one thing I could say is, aside from, of course, you being funny, was I respected your professionalism. You were bound, you were juggling, going from performing, you had your shows you perform at, and then you would come to rehearsals. You were always professional. You always found the way to balance that. So I appreciated it, and I always respected it.
No, thank you.
Um,
Thank you so much.
Looking at your Instagram, one thing I always say is your turnaround is awesome. Like there'll be like a trending topic at 5 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock you have a video already up on your Instagram about it. I was like, he moves so fast. Like I love it. But it's important though, like to stay active on your Instagram and keep people engaged and so on and so
Mhm.
forth. One of the things you want to talk about was being a content creator. Um, at what point, I guess, did you get to I want to create my own content? Have you always wanted to do your own thing, been independent, or like what was the inspiration for it? You just say, I'm just gonna do it and see what happens.
Well, first thing first, I just want to say thank you again for this. This is amazing. This
You're
is
welcome.
beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
big shout out to everybody who's tuning in. What's up, Steve? Great host, by the way. Amazing host and actor.
Yes, he is.
So everybody's out here tuning in. I appreciate you guys tuning in. What got me started was actually I was a hungry actor when I first started, and I
Mm-hmm.
still am hungry, but I wasn't getting a lot of auditions, and I asked myself, what I'm gonna do? Like, do I just sit down, wait all day? It's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
create my own content. I'm gonna create my
Right.
own Hollywood. That's what I told myself. I'm gonna create my own
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Someone who really inspired me was Tyler Perry, because he just said, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm not gonna wait
Uh-huh.
for the middleman or wait to get an agent, a manager. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So do my own thing. So that's what I did. I created Idriss TV about 10 years ago, and here we are today.
Has it been 10 years, really?
10 years, yeah. I started on
Wow.
YouTube. Yeah, started on YouTube. Myself, I was going to do my own content. And yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a beautiful journey.
Uh-oh. Strickland said you're an amazing talent. Yes, yes,
Uh,
you are too, Strickland. Strickland's very talented.
Very talented. He's a host, actor. I think he should be a comedian, to tell you the truth.
He is hilarious, right?
He's funny, very funny guy. Very funny guy.
um, so originally you said you wanted to do acting, right?
Yes.
So you started out as like what, more on the drama side, and then you switched to comedy, or was it always like comedy?
No, as a young kid, I was always naturally gifted to make people laugh, which is a gift from
Mm-hmm.
God.
Mm-hmm.
But also as well as acting. So I studied acting for almost 20 years now. Started at the age of 12, 11.
Okay.
I started off as a theater actor, and
I know that.
find my way. What kind of, I love theater, but my focus was more film, and
Mm-hmm.
so comedy was more of why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
It was more getting the door to acting.
Uh-huh.
But I fell in love with comedy. And I'm like, wow, it's beautiful to make people laugh, and I get so much joy giving people joy.
Uh-huh.
So that's what it's been.
For those of you who don't know, we have been in acting class together. I see Sheik just joined. Shout out to Sheik
Chic.
Studios. You are really good with drama as well. Like a lot of people that do comedy can't always necessarily do both. They're kind of like good with comedy, but not necessarily with the other stuff. But you are really good with drama. Like I would like to see you do more drama. I don't think people would expect that from you because you seem like you laugh and joke and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But you're naturally really good. You're very still, very, very natural. Are you going to come back to class?
Of course. Actually, Sheik class helped me tremendously. I call him the master teacher because
Uh-huh.
I told him this too. I told Sheik that a teacher could teach you things, but a master give you to yourself. They transform you. So
Yeah.
he helped elevated acting to another level for me. So, but I had to choose. I had to learn to master one thing at a time. Cause I felt like I was trying to do too much. I'm very
Yeah, I
ambitious.
understand that.
I was trying to do like comedy, acting, create content. I'm like, nigga, I don't know the curse here. Sorry. I don't know.
It Char'acters Unmasked, so it's okay.
All right. My higher self told me, come on, nigga, focus on one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So right now I've been developing my first hour special. So I've been focusing on my comedy more than ever.
You developing it now? Or you already did it?
No, I'm developing now as you speak.
Oh, nice. Okay. So it's going to be just like an hour of comedy, or
one whole hour of Idriss, raw and unfiltered. Or you could put unmasked, I guess. You're going to see me just be myself. So that takes a lot of time, and it's a process for that. So I had to tell myself, focus on that mainly, not on everything else. So it's challenging because I love acting more than you know. I love cheat class, and I might hopefully I could join it before the end of the year. But my thing is just right now is getting my material together. Once that's going, back to acting class. That's honestly the best class I've ever had in my life. Best acting class I've ever had in my life. Tell you the truth.
I'm sure she. Oh, look at the thumbs up. I'm like, I know he's somewhere smiling like, hey.
Nah, he's a great teacher.
Yes, he is. So this 1 hour special, is it going to be like what, on Instagram Live, on your YouTube, or like how are you going to do it?
Ideally Netflix, but we'll see. I don't know yet. I think I'm learning now more than ever just to really trust the process. I don't know what could it be. My thing is just get the work done.
Yes.
Like she says the best. Always do the work. Just do the work.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get the work done. How I market it, only God knows. My thing is just do my part. So I have a saying that says, you plant the seed and let God create the tree. You know, we can't create trees. What we can do is plant it and water it. That's what we could do. So that's what we do.
Yeah, as long as you put forth your best effort, you do what you can, let God do the rest, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta stay consistent, you gotta keep working, otherwise it doesn't work.
Come on, sister.
You gotta put the work in order for it to work. You think your sister's here?
No, so I said, come on, sister, preaching now.
I see my sister. I was like, oh.
No, you preaching. Okay. You preaching right there. You preaching. And the Freddie, is it Nefer? That's how you say it?
Nefertiti?
Nefertiti, forgive me, Nefertiti.
Yes.
I love that name. Brief name, by the way. You said your higher self is a gangster, which it is. It's a real gangster. All our higher self are gangsters. Our higher self is our divine self. They want us to be the best and do the best. So we got to stay on track. But anyway.
So when you're like writing out like your jokes or like your next skit or whatever it is you're gonna do, where does that inspiration come from? Like for your 1 hour special, how is it like you're going about like writing it out? Like it's like whatever like hot topics, like trending topics or life experiences. Like what do you draw from to create your content?
That's a great question. I would say I spent majority of my comedy career trying to make it. Stay lit, stay relevant. But then I had a change. I was like, that's not what I'm on this earth to do, is to be lit. I'm on this earth to do, my purpose on this earth is to make an impact. So my special is going to be about me dying to my ego so my soul could live. But I'm going to do it in a comedic way, in a very comedic way. Talk about how I had a big ego, how I was too attached to certain things, how I was a purebred beta male, my relationships. It's about my life, but how transformed to now me being free, me not caring what people think, me staying true to myself. So it's like a journey from who I was before.
What about your journey, pretty much? Yeah, it sounds like a journey.
To who I am now. Of course, there'll be some relevant topics, like trending topics. I'm definitely going to talk about the whole Corona thing. I think it's I mean, I know a lot of people's dying. My heart goes to them, but I think how people is overreacting is comedy. A lot of people's overreacting about this whole thing. So I just think
she actually put a great question here. It says, are you ever afraid of going too far because you really push the envelope? Are you ever afraid? Because I feel like nowadays people are so sensitive. Like so sensitive. You say one thing, people are like in an uproar. You're like, it was just a joke. Like I didn't really mean any harm by it. But they're like ready to cancel you. Everybody's like canceling everybody so fast, So are you ever afraid, like, maybe I shouldn't tell that joke or I shouldn't go there? Or you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do what's good for me, what feels good in my heart.
That's been the fine line, that delicate balance. Before I was very fear, but when I was caring what people think, I was very fearful to even push the envelope. But now, who I am today, no, I really don't. That's why I don't care. More that if I have peace in my heart about the art I create, I'm cool with it. If people hate it or don't like it, it doesn't matter. I have peace in my heart.
As long as you're true to yourself.
I'm true to myself, and I now more than ever, I'm more conscious on what I create now. So if I do create a controversial sketch or even whatever I create that's controversial, I want to make sure it's from a transcendental point of view, where it's for both sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good to have a conversation. Some people go disagree or agree. That's not my thing. Is just create. As artists, we are here to create. We're not here to pick sides.
Yeah.
Just create. So no, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna push the envelope as far as I can push it. My goal is just to inspire people. So
You don't find yourself though like picking sides, like like I feel like naturally as human beings, like when something happens, we naturally have an opinion on it. So when you're like creating your content, do you have like, because you may feel a certain way about a topic, do your jokes kind of stem from how you feel, or you take like your opinion out of it and just keep it neutral?
good question. I say both. I say both. I say
Okay.
both. I say both. If it's something I really do feel, I make sure I do my best to make it make sense. So even
Okay.
those who want to argue, it's gonna be hard to argue that. I'm like, okay, good luck. But so I try to do both. But my thing is really trying to see from a higher point of view. I think as
Yeah.
all great comedians or great artists, they always create art from a higher point of view.
Who are, I guess, some of your biggest influences when it comes to comedy? Like for me, I'm a Kevin
Mm.
Hart fan. You can't tell me anything. Like if it's not Kevin Hart, I'm like, I'm not interested. I don't want to see it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, Kevin
How
Hart is
about
dope.
Eddie Murphy? I know is one for you, right?
Love Eddie. Eddie's
Yeah.
amazing.
And who else?
Actually, it's funny you say Kevin Hart. I got two of his books, and it's life changing. I ain't going. He's very inspirational, and
He is.
I feel
He
like
works really hard. Like
he
he works
is.
really
He
hard.
is.
He's busy, yeah.
We have the same mindset. I'm like, it's just a matter of
Mhm.
time. I'm like, oh wow, he
So I
thinks
said,
like me.
yes, Kevin.
Now he's
I'm
incredible.
watching Saudi Arabia on here. Oh,
Salah
yes.
from Saudi. Look at that. Look at that. Good. Good.
Right? Look at your
Global.
followers in Saudi Arabia. Look how awesome is that?
It's probably from you too. I don't know. I don't know
Like,
where.
how does that feel though? Like, that's the good thing about Instagram and social media, because like your
Hmm.
content, whatever you post, no matter where you are, it can reach people all across the globe. Like, this is the
Yeah.
first time we've had someone tune in from like a whole nother country on the other side of the world. So that's pretty dope. But how does that feel for you though, to have people like tuning in and watching you from all across, the world?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's very humbling, and
Yeah.
for me, it reminds me that you are here for a purpose. Like I said, everybody has a purpose,
Mhm.
and God didn't make no
Yes.
accident. He didn't make no accident when
Yes.
He created us for this time, because this is
Mhm.
the best time to be alive. Like you said, we could create something the whole world could see it.
Yes.
I think
That's
that's a
that's
beautiful,
amazing. Yeah.
that's a humbling and a beautiful thing, and I'm honored. I'm honored, and I'm humbled by it.
Do you feel? Actually, I'll go back. I'll come back to this question. You didn't finish telling me your influences, so I'm like I cut you off. So much you go back. Talk about your
Well,
influence. You were talking about.
for comedy, my influence is Eddie Murphy. I love
Mhm.
Eddie. I love his acting. When I was like 8 years old, I was like, I won't be this guy when I want to grow. I won't be an actor like him. So I love Eddie Murphy. I love Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is
My
amazing.
mom likes Richard Pryor. She's like
He's
he was hilarious.
he's hilarious. He's funny as hell. Richard Pryor is good, and Chris Rock is great. I love
Chris
Chris
Rock is
Rock.
he is hilarious.
Chris Rock is amazing. Dave Chappelle is amazing. Oh,
I've never gotten into Dave Chappelle.
How can I forget? Martin
I feel like
Lawrence.
I'm so behind on Dave Chappelle. Everyone's like Dave Chappelle, Dave Chappelle. I'm like Kevin
That's
Hart.
cool. But for me, I gotta say Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence. The Martin show. Martin.
Right? I feel like that show does not get as much credit as it
That's
deserves.
the
Like all those
greatest.
different characters were like amazing, and it all was so different. All the
Yeah.
idiosyncrasies, like the mannerisms. It's like
Yeah.
it was like all improv, like a lot of it. Like I was watching this clip of Tashina Arnold, one who plays Pam on Martin, and she was just talking like they would have table reads preparing for the show, and they would go over it, obviously table read. But once the camera went on, it was like action. You never knew what the hell he was gonna do. Like you just did
Mm.
not have a clue. So you had like stay on your toes, stay on your A game, be ready for whatever. And I was like, wow, I feel like that's everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do it. Like that's a gift. You know what I mean? Like to move like that and think like that and be so creative is
Yeah.
really a gift. And I feel like he should get more credit. Honestly speaking, like that show for me
Yeah,
deserves a hell of a lot more credit than what it's gotten so far. You know what
I
I mean?
totally agree. I think it was the greatest sitcom in history. The greatest sitcom. To tell you the truth, subconsciously, I do his characters. I don't know how. It just
Really?
comes. Yeah, I don't, until later on, I'm like, oh crap, it's too much like Martin, which is good, but I try to find my own lane. So it's like,
Who was
I
your
just,
favorite Martin character?
I can't. That's hard. It's too many.
Really?
It's too many. He's the goat.
I
He is the
gotta
goat.
go with I like White Bob.
Like,
White
Bob.
Bob is hilarious to me. I'm sorry. I love White Bob. He's freaking hilarious. If it's not White Bob, I gotta go. It's like a toss up between Shanae and Jerome.
Jerome is funny.
They
Jerome's so
all
funny.
were hilarious, first off. But like Jerome and Shanae, I'm like, especially Shanae, she was just so extreme and just way out there. It
Yeah.
was like I can't take it.
Nah.
Oh, I
See,
have
he's the greatest. He's like very inspiring.
to. Why give so much energy as artists? What do you do what do you do? We give so much as artists. What do you do to give back to your soul? Very spiritual question.
It's a great question. What I
Yeah.
do, I tell, okay, everybody asks me, how do you stay so happy and optimistic
Mhm.
every day? So for me, it's a mandatory every morning. It's actually a scientific fact. The
Uh-huh.
first 10 minutes of your day, it dictates your day. So I never listen to the news or go social media. The first thing I do, 10 minutes of my day, I listen to something positive. I read something positive, something inspirational, something motivational to give me that right state of mind. I believe
Okay.
that your awareness, your consciousness is everything.
Mhm.
What you think is how you feel. So
Mhm.
I do a lot of great affirmations. Uh,
Nice.
this is a guy that I really love a lot. His name is Reverend Ike. Have you heard of him? Rev Ike.
I have not.
He's incredible.
It's on
Every day
Instagram, Facebook.
he's on YouTube, Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram. But I do affirmations every morning and every night before I go to sleep. I don't listen
Oh
to
wow.
news. I just listen to positivity. I
Have you
it's,
have you
yeah.
always been so spiritual?
I think as a kid, I always was connected to. I mean, we're connected to God, but always been aware of
Mhm.
God, and He's my source. He's my everything. So always been as a kid, yeah. But I think as growing up, it was more religious. Now it became
Mhm.
more. I'm not religious at all no more. My religion now is love. That's my religion. Is love. I like to
Nice.
spread love and positivity. But I
Mhm.
said growing up, I was more religious, very strict, and I'm like, that's not God. God's not a strict God. God is a God of love.
Mhm.
So now I'm learning to spread love. And the best way to spread love is to be love.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That is really nice. I feel like nowadays we need a lot more love. There's so much going on out there.
yeah,
Like, ooh, there's so much going on in the world. Like it's always some craziness happening. So I think if we all like just took a little bit of that and just went outside with more love and positivity, it would be so much better.
of course. I
So much.
mean, but it starts with us.
It
It starts
does.
with us. It
So
starts with
right.
us. That's why I don't preach no kind of religion. I just be love. Being is the
That's
best
that's
way.
that's the best example.
Yeah,
Like no, like no, don't just if you are gonna like follow religion. I feel like you should walk like that. You know what I mean? If you're gonna
yeah,
be a Christian and then really, if you're gonna then walk like don't practice what you preach. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
like don't pass judgment. And it's like really like I thought you were like a Christian. You know what I mean? Like those people who say like they're like religious and you don't really necessarily see it with their actions.
yeah.
So like if you're gonna go down that route, like lead by example.
That's the best way. That's the only
It
way.
is. It is. It is. I wanted to ask you a while ago. You were talking about creating content. Do you feel like with having fans and people that like enjoy following you, having people that follow you from across the world, and you don't know if they're younger or older, do you feel like you have a responsibility to be mindful of the content you create
Mm.
because you never know who's looking and who's watching? Or you're like that's your parents' kind of job. Like that's not my job. My job is to be true to myself.
That's a good question. Good question. And shout out to everybody there. My brother's on live with me, Mr. Fifth Ave, and my boy Vaughn.
Uh oh.
What's up, brother?
What's
Uh,
up, Mr. Fifth Ave?
uh, see, responsibility. I believe that everyone is responsible of themselves. And now,
Okay.
when I say that, my content, my thing is this: if I'm not hurting no one, or nobody's dying, or nothing vicious,
Mhm.
I don't think there's nothing wrong. I think everybody have a freedom of speech, as long as you're not, you said not trying to destroy somebody or it's hurtful. I think it's fine. And my content, I always make it universal where even kids can laugh. Actually, my nephew, my nieces are like my biggest supporters. They love my content. They love having fun. We love, creating some TikToks together. So my goal is to be universal. I'm not trying to, please just a certain type of audience. I want to make the whole world laugh. And I'm doing it. I'm gonna make, my goal is to, my mission and vision is to make the whole entire world laugh. Even when I leave this earth, the world is laughing at my, the things I created, my TV shows, movies, my skits. So that's my whole vision, why I'm here on this earth to do.
I always talk to my son about his vision because he's getting older. He's 10 now, and he spends a lot of time on YouTube, and he's looking at all these popular YouTubers and how much money they make. And I'm just like, Papa, that's awesome that you want to like create your own content, but it's not just about the money or popularity, like if you're going to go that out, like be really use that position of power, and use it to influence people and to make a difference in a positive way. He's 10, he's not going to get that right now, but I always try to like put that in his head. So hopefully as he gets older, he'll be mindful of that. I feel like you said, we all have a purpose, and even like after you're gone, you leave people with something, what do you want to leave them with? You want to leave them with being inspired, great memories, motivation, all these different things I feel is so important. Like when Chadwick Boseman passed away, I felt really connected to him. Like I don't know him personally, obviously, but I was like, wow, to go through everything that he went through and to really to stay so professional and courageous and to still give it his all. I was like, wow, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I told my son, I was like, you see how important that is. Like you don't give up. You might feel sad or defeated or sick, but you still keep going. You still keep persevering, as Nefertiti was saying. And that's so awesome. So I like that you say you want to spread that love, and that's like your mission, is to spread love. That's important.
Thank you. It is. It's very important, and that's all we could do, really. Just like whatever you love to do, whether it's cooking, if it's acting, if it's comedy, do it.
I saw your clip from Worst Cooks of America. I was like,
which is me acting still. I am a great cook, actually. I'm a great cook.
Really, you are?
Yeah, I'm a great cook.
Okay, in that clip I saw, I was like, I don't know.
Side story to that. Hopefully, I'm not breaking no rules. I really had things to do that week, so I was like, if I get eliminated, it didn't matter to me. I had some other priorities to take care of, so I could really cook. It was just entertainment.
Okay, so what? If you weren't doing comedy, what else would you do? Would you be a chef or?
No, I love cooking, but not that much. I think if I wasn't doing comedy. That's a good question. I wasn't doing comedy. I had to be, I would say probably a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, maybe.
Oh, okay.
That, or I love basketball. I'm probably an athlete. I think I'm a great athlete. Great. One of the best, actually. One of the best.
Okay. What's your favorite sport? Like you just the best at all of it, or it's like a?
No, I'm joking. I'm probably not. No, NBA elite level. No, I'm sitting inspirational speaker. I think that's more my lane. I think I could. I think LeBron James. Yeah, I don't know about.
Just go back to the motivational speaking.
Doing this every day, but I think I love to inspire people, and I love to even inspire myself. I think it's about liberation. To liberate. I believe that our testimonies are key to unlock other people's prisons. That's why my goal is to be so transparent, so honest with myself. Cause I'm like, even me, like me talking about my hairline, me make a joke about my hairline, like, hey, why not? I believe, I realize that I'm not my hairline. I'm not my flesh. I'm my spirit. Of course, take the temple while you're here, but
say that finger snaps.
No, but I feel like the world, society is so focused on our exterior more than our interior. Like, no. It's all about the internal, your spirit is everything, your soul is everything. But we focus so much on our beauty, our looks. I'm like, that's fleeting. It's going to fade away one day. What's going to stay?
One day.
What's going to stay?
Nowadays, people like getting all kinds of like Botox and all kinds of craziness, like starting from like the age of 15. So it's like
it's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. And I hope and pray that We could change that. We could make our souls, our
Mhm.
spirit a beautiful thing. Let's make our souls and spirit a beautiful thing, you know? So,
I am loving this spirituality. I'm just like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it over here in my apartment. I'm like, yes, you better say that. Okay.
you funny.
Um, I have a lot of people like in characters who are like super spiritual. You know,
Hmm.
like I don't know much about it. I'm learning certain things. Um, what are like you said affirmations? What aside from affirmations, like what else do you do like throughout your day? Like as far as spirituality is concerned.
Well, to me, like, meditation is not what people think it is. People think meditation is
You
a guy.
meditate?
I meditate, of course, but we meditate
I
more than you
can't do
know.
it.
You
I
could do
can't
it.
do it.
You meditating.
I feel like I'm so still. I'm like I have to do something. Like I feel like I'm not moving. I'm like I gotta move. Like I feel like I gotta do something. I
Yeah.
can't just like sit there and be still. I need to try harder, but that's so hard for me.
But that's not what meditation is in its core essence. You know,
Okay.
people do the with the we call it with the sage and the
Uh
music in
huh.
the background. That's not. I mean, if you want, that's whatever helps you out. But the main thing
Hmm.
about meditation is being aware of your thoughts. That's all.
Okay.
Just being aware. You
I'm
meditate
like
more than you
somebody
know.
just be still for a second. I'm like just be still for a second.
Being still helps you meditate. Helps you really be really concentrate. Actually, right now, I'm reading a book called The Power of Concentration.
Mm.
Amazing book. Even me, I'm like I said, I want to do so much. I'm an Idriss. You got to really be
Mhm.
still. I love the scripture. I love the scripture in the Bible that says, "Be still, know that I am God." Be still, and know that I am God, which means to me, be still and know that you are aware. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware. Be
Mhm.
conscious of what you're thinking. You know,
Mhm.
people are not conscious of what they're thinking. They realize they feel like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm this way. Wherever you say about yourself, you become. So I think
Yeah.
so meditate by just being conscious of your thoughts. That's all it is. Being very conscious of what you're thinking. That's as simple as it gets. So
So when you meditate, like, are you like quiet in your room? Do you like do it while I don't know, you listen to music? Like how do you do it?
I personally like to just when it's quiet, I do early morning. I just do like 10 to 15 minutes straight. Just
Okay.
but it's different types of meditations. Like
Yeah.
I
That's why I'm asking because I mean I know a little bit, like I guess in a more traditional sense, but I don't know. Like I've heard a lot of different things about it lately, so I'm
yeah,
asking you like, for you.
meditation is to me is like it's like praying. It's praying to me is not begging God in the sky for something. That's not prayer to me.
Mhm.
Prayer to me is affirming and thanking God.
Oh, somebody said I prefer meditation with the still sounds. Do you listen to like like the music while you do it
Yeah,
sometimes?
everybody's different. I like my meditation. Just I like do affirmations for my meditation, guided
Mhm.
meditation. I like do my guided. I like Deepak Chopra. You heard of him? Deepak
I
Chopra.
don't know anything at all about like meditation, so I have never heard.
He's good. Deepak Chopra. He's on YouTube. It's called 21 Days of Abundance. I do that
Okay.
as well. I do that actually first thing in the morning. I do that. I like to just get myself in that zone, and so we are abundant already. Everybody's abundant, but the
Hmm.
issue is that we don't realize it. The
Oh,
issue
somebody
is
said yes. Somebody knows what you're talking about. Yeah, oh, a lot of people do. Okay, okay. I say I'm left out. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's like yes.
that's funny. Actually,
I gotta get on it.
my boy Andre is on it now. 21. He actually put me on the Deepak Chopra. I read his book before, but I never did his
Hmm.
meditation until I met him. So he's a good one. But my favorite one of all time is my favorite meditation of all time. It's yourself.
Right.
It's yourself. Your own thoughts. Hopefully you grasp that right there.
I did. I did.
Your own
You
thoughts
know.
is the most beautiful meditation. Whatever you say about yourself is the most important thing.
Hmm.
Not what other people say about you, what you say about you.
I
That's
like
the
that.
most important
I
thing. I
like
think because so many people we care what, oh, I don't want to do this because they might think this about me. It's not about what they think, it's about what you think about yourself. So that's the most important meditation you could do. Your words.
Somebody said something really good a second ago. Oh, Andre said you're not left out. You're exactly where you should be. I like that divine timing. Timing is everything.
Time is
Timing is
everything.
so important.
That's true.
So important. For me, sometimes as an actress, because it takes a while before like you really start like to make make progress. Like, it's not an overnight thing. You go on a lot of auditions, you hear a lot more, no's than yeses. And I'm always like, I have friends, I look on Instagram and like doing all these different things. I'm like, damn it, like, like, why am I not moving faster? You know what I mean? But then I'm like, you know what, Kaja? You have to just like relax and just trust the process. Like, what's for you, God has for you, and don't worry, just keep doing
Yeah.
the work, and it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. That's the hardest thing for me. It's like, I get anxious. I'm like, oh, it's not moving fast enough, but
No, I was the same way. Actually, I was the same way till like, it wasn't until like last year, to tell you the truth. Last year when I started detaching myself from these things. And once I started detaching myself from the outcome, the result, I feel like everything just came faster. Last year is the first year ever. Like, I had videos went viral before, but last year, like everything I did went viral. I'm like, this is interesting. 'Cause I was so detached. I didn't care about the outcome. I just focused on the work, So I think detachment helps a lot. Detachment is the key.
One thing I will say is I admire your confidence. Like, I look at like your videos, like on your Instagram page. I'm like, wow, he just goes for it. You know what I mean? Like, people may find it funny, they may not, but you're like, fuck it. I think it's funny, so I'm gonna post it. I'm getting better at it. Like, I'm getting to a place now where I can feel like, you know what, let me just post something I'm working on acting wise. I'm always afraid of judgment. Like, people are gonna be like, oh, that's horrible, she sucks, like, well, she shouldn't be an actress. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah,
just
why not?
do. Well, yeah, exactly. Why not? I'm learning. I'm learning that. So shout out to you. So I'm like, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it. Why not?
I think saying fuck it is fuck it is the most. It's one of the best affirmations you can do to yourself. Fuck it. And I'm serious. Fuck it is
I
one of
know
the
you
best.
are.
It's the best affirmation. I'm like, fuck it. Cause you feel released that, oh, I don't have to please no one. I just please myself. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So actually, I say this. I wrote in my journal that I journal a lot too. Journal is like another way of meditation, I guess, for
Your
people.
journal?
I had to journal. Journal is mandatory for me
Nice.
because journal is like it's therapeutic. Cause it helps me really
Yeah.
process my feelings, my thoughts, and where I'm at in life. It's so funny. A lot of people are like, oh my God, you're doing great things. I'm like, to me, myself, I'm like, I got so much shit to do. I didn't even scratch the surface. But so
Right? Not
to me,
even. Yeah.
journaling, it taught me to really take my craft more seriously. So, so like even now, I read a book a week. I read a book a week. I must read a
Nice.
book a week. I do a master class once a month. So I love learning. I'm very curious. I love to learn. I feel like once you feel like you learn everything, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
So I code it. I practice a practicing. It's a nonstop thing. I feel like you take a shower every day. Why not motivate and inspire yourself every day? I tell
I
people all
like
the
that.
time, do one thing that you love to do every day. That one thing you love to do. That's self-care. Find time for yourself. 'Cause I feel like we try to please the whole world, but we find time to please ourselves. So once we please ourselves, I'm not talking about, doing your little, what do you call it? Playing with yourself. What the
God, what's going on?
what the girls have, that little vibrator thing. I'm not talking about pleasing yourself that way. I'm talking about pleasing
Oh
yourself
my
as in
God.
what makes the soul happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. we weren't thinking about that though.
But for those who was, I ain't talking about that. It's about pleasing the soul, not the flesh. Please the
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
Please the
Absolutely. That's
soul.
supposed to please your soul, not the
Please the
flesh.
soul. Yeah. So,
OMG.
well,
I
what
forgot
we
my train of thought. I wanted to ask you something. I'm like, what was I going to say?
please the soul. What I mean by that, because like for me, I've been celibate for 2 years now. 2 years I've been celibate, like no sex, nothing, because it was spiritual for me. I had to really get to know Idris more. I've been doing like nonstop acting. Like, Idris, focus on your soul. 'Cause you know why? Like I said, Kobe Bryant just died this year. Chadwick
Oh,
Boseman
right.
died this year. So I'm like, yo, life is short. I
It's
want to
very
show
short.
up.
It's short, but you don't really realize it until like something happens. You're like, oh my God, like what,
Yeah,
he died? Like, are you serious? Like, I
yeah,
thought when Kobe died and Chadwick, I thought it was both like jokes. I was like, this is like a really cruel joke. Like, what
yeah,
are y'all doing? I'm like, oh my God, this is real.
yeah.
Like, I was so shocked. I was like, for a while, I was like, wow, really?
It,
Really? And they're both
it's
so young and had so much life left. And it's like, wow.
And that just taught me that death don't care about who you are. Death don't care how rich you are, how great you are. I'm like, shit,
Right.
death don't give a fuck. So I'm like, I gotta really,
Okay.
it don't give a fuck. So I'm like, I gotta really take my life seriously. I can't be
Right.
bullshitting. So even like, no, even now, like when I date, I'm not, before I should date for the girl looks, I don't care about the girl looks no more. I mean, looks helps. I'm gonna looks.
Unless you don't care all about the looks at
No.
all.
Looks definitely looks helps. But my thing
Okay.
is about the mental and spiritual. Like, is this
Mhm.
person able to edify me mentally, spiritually, and physically? You know. So
Mhm.
I think so now I'm more conscious on who I date and stuff. I'm not just dating for looks. You know, I'm dating for, if we're gonna be a relationship, let's have a relationship. Let's really add value to each other. And not only dating, but even friendships too, who are a lot of my circle. You know, I can't just
That is important.
you get,
Protecting your energy is so important.
it's
Like
very
I've
important.
never been one. Like I've heard about it, but I've never like really been focused on like so much of like who you have around you. You
Yeah,
know, I'm not. I wasn't always that kind of person, but now as I'm getting older, I'm like, you know what? There's something really to that. Like being careful and mindful of who you let around you and the energy you have around you. Because some people can
yeah,
make you just feel so like motivated and like inspired and ready to go out there and conquer the world, and you have so much make you feel like, damn, like what the fuck, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And for those people, you're like, you know what? I gotta like love you from a distance. You know what I mean? Like, we cool, but I can't have you in my immediate circle. You know,
No, it's a
it's more
fact.
of a, yeah, it's more of a detriment to have you closer than to have you further apart. It's like, you know what? I gotta catch you around.
There's
Can't do
actually a beautiful quote that I tattooed to my heart and mind. It's called if you want to fly, let go of things that have been holding you down.
I
If
like
you
that.
want to fly, and I had to let go of a lot of people in my life, very people that was very close to me. I really love it, and cool. I
Yeah.
had to let them go because they was actually trying to bring me down, and which was a blessing because I learned who they are and I learned to separate myself from that. And
Hmm.
God brought more. God brought better people in my life, way better. That's for me,
Yes, a
for
team
them.
is so important.
Yes, it
Having
is.
the right team of people that are just as inspired as you, just as motivated as you, especially like when you're like on an independent route, creating your own content and doing your own thing. It's so important to have people around you that are like-minded, and who have the same goals and the same aspirations. Your team seems to be pretty dope. Like you guys are always out there together, creating, posting videos on the train, the jump their steps, and like you guys are all over. And I have to be honest, that that Thanksgiving dinner was like epic. I was
Oh,
like, wait,
thank
are they
you.
on the train eating? Like on the train. I was like, whose idea was that?
That's
Like,
funny.
but I saw it all over the place. Everybody was talking about it. I was like, good for him. That's what's up.
That was a
So
blessing.
when it comes to you like creating your content and you want to do like a skit or you want to go on a train or by the Joker stairs or whatever, do you have like you call like the same group of people every single time? You guys just all get together and create it, or you do it and you're like, let me call like my homegirl, she'll be good for this. So let me call my homeboy, he'll be good for that.
Mm. Well, that's a good question. It's not, to tell you the truth, it depends on the sketch, and the Joker sketch
Hmm.
just happened. Like my boy Ken Stars was there while I was there doing this
Hmm.
another sketch. He was just there. He said, "Hey, you want to be in it?" I'm like, "Why not?"
Okay.
And you know me, I'm like, the idea he brought to me was a good idea. I'm like, if I fell down the staircase, it would have been, to me, it would add more to it. And I didn't, and it went big. It went big. I'm like, oh. So I think this
Hmm.
it's like divine timing. It was divine timing. Like he was there, I was there.
Divine, yeah, divine
The
timing. That's really beautiful.
train I did, how did that happen? My boy called me, another comedian called me, and he said, "Yeah, you're doing training Thanksgiving." Like, I'm free right now. So I went there. Um, it's so funny, guy. Thank God I know about story and editing. Because when
Hmm.
he did it, it was cool, but there's no story to it. So I edited and made it more dramatic, and that's been very viral. So,
Ah,
um, so yeah, it was cool. And Steve had a question. What was the
yeah, I
highlight?
was gonna say that. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
The highlight so far. This might sound cheesy, but it's yet to come. The highlight of my career is yet to come, and I say that because I just don't like to. I don't know. I feel like there's so much more, So
Hmm.
I don't want to just get comfortable. Like, oh, I did great already. There's so much more out there. So I haven't. I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I mean, I guess Actually, you know what? This has been a blessing to me. Me having my own sketch show, Idriss Live. I started last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a dream of mine to have my own sketch, my own SNL, my own Mad TV, my own
I
Chappelle show.
think I've done your Instagram. Nice.
Yeah, so I think that's like the highlight. I'm doing it again this year, you know. So that's been like a blessing. I'm like, wow. And it's so funny because one of the friends I had that was close to me said that you would never have your own show, and he actually inspired me. He pushed me. He's like, never. I like that though. I like when people doubt me, say never. I like
Wow.
it. It sounds crazy, but it turns me on. It turns my ambition on. I'm like,
Yeah,
never. Me?
I get what you mean, but it's like, wow, would you
Me
put this
never?
on? But I get what you say. I get what
I
you're
love
saying.
it
It's
though.
like, don't tell me never, because I'm gonna find a way to do it. You know what
Oh
I mean?
heck yeah! It made me go even harder. So,
Mhm.
but that helped me, and I started my own production company. So
Oh, you did? I didn't know that. Congratulations.
thank you. I've been doing like shows consistently throughout the years, but like let me make it official. I'm an LLC, so I'm excited about it.
What's the name of your production company?
IK Productions.
IK Productions?
IAK. IAK.
IAK. What does it stand for?
Well, two things. It means I am consciousness with a K. Productions,
I like
and
that.
also it's my initials. Idriss
Okay.
Content. So I was like.
What's your middle name? Say it again.
Oh, it's not no name. It's my whole last name, Allison Conte.
Oh, that's your you have like two last names. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I like
So,
that.
but you could put
I never
IK.
see you said when is your birthday? When's your birthday?
My birthday is September 30th this month in
Oh,
19 days. Wow.
uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Actually, I'm doing a show in Harlem on that Friday, doing a comedy show. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna invite you guys out. It's gonna be dope.
Yes, please invite us. Yeah, why not?
You get a little snippet of my special, a little snippet.
All right, our time is going down. So I want to ask you, what do you see yourself doing like within the next year or two? Like, what are some things that you like, I have to do it within this next, I have to get it done. Like, I have to have that.
I say next year too. I see myself do my own special.
Mm-hmm.
Special and tour and a special type. It's tour,
Right.
tour special, and my TV show get picked up on a huge network. That's how I see
what's
that.
up.
I keep it short and simple. Those three things I really love, and possibly that.
What?
So much. I have a whole goal. Have you seen my? I'll show you. I guess I have a whole vision board in my house. So much I want to accomplish.
I was thinking about that. My mom's like, you should have a vision board because you have so many like things you want to do. And I'm like, I've never done it before. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and actually create my own vision board. Like, I need to do that for myself. Like, that's like all my list of things to do. Like within the next day or so. Like, really create my own vision board. Put it down. Like,
or even create a digital vision board. To have a digital one.
I have stuff like written down, but I want to actually like put it up. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's good.
Up on the wall, yes.
Because it's positive image psychology. What it does, it impresses upon the mind. What do you want? Your desire, and you actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm learning more than ever about manifestation, how it works. It's about being in that state of mind. When I say I am rich, I start thinking rich thoughts. I start living rich, and I start dressing rich. I start feeling rich. And sounds crazy. It's actually magical. Riches has come towards me.
Yeah. You bring it to you draw that kind of energy to you when you
by living in that state of consciousness, living that state, even whatever it is, happiness, whatever it is. I just live in a constant state of happiness, prosperity, and abundance. Constant. That's why I say I always listen to positivity. I shower myself with it.
Nice. That is what's up. I'm feeling like it's a different side of you. I'm seeing it. I'm getting to know you in a different way on this live. Like I've seen you in class. Like of course, like we said at the show, but I didn't get to know this side of you. I'm not sure if you were as spiritual then we did the show, or if it's kind of more so like recent for you the past year or so. But it's nice to get to see a different side of you, and I'm hoping that people that are tuning in get to see a different side of you as well. From just watching your videos and stuff on Instagram, which is dope. It's cool.
Yeah, it's so funny. A lot of people think I'm just a comedian. I'm like, no, and that's been my struggle my whole life, trying to figure out which path should I go. I'm like, I'm really not just a comedian. I'm more than that.
Yeah.
So it's been hard to really just label myself as a comedian. So I don't see myself as a comedian. I see myself as an entertainer overall. Like I said, I love acting. I love acting so much. It's like makes me so happy. Acting is like, even I do my comedy skits. I put my acting into it, so I really transform to the character. Where Idriss is not there no more. You can't find Idriss no more. Yeah. So, but I love to inspire people a lot. That's like the gift that God gave me. I love to inspire and bring light and love to people. So,
what would be your dream role to play, or what is? Or do you have one?
I like to be challenged, and that's why I like Sheep class a lot.
Okay.
I like to be, because he really, I'm trying, like, I remember one class, I was so humbled. I'm like, damn, he went in on me in a good way. I'm like, shit.
He will go in on you, yes.
In a good way, because I'm like,
yeah, he will.
Not that I thought I was here, but more like I thought I was good. He's like, nah, you got work to do. I'm like, holy shit, I do. I got work to do. I got a whole lot of work to do. It was humbling to me. It was very humbling. I'm like,
yeah.
So I like that. It challenged me. So my dream role, I guess, would be, I'll tell you this, my dream role or movie would be working along the side of my idols, you know, like Eddie Murphy.
I was gonna say, who would you want to work with? Like, what top 3 people you would want to work with or do a show with or a film with?
I would be very happy, man, if I work with Eddie Murphy, Al Pacino, and Denzel Washington. I'm set. They're my favorite.
You have to have Denzel on that list. I mean, there's no way you cannot have Denzel on that list. He is amazing.
But I gotta say this. I know everybody's probably blasphemy. I'm gonna say this. I like Al Pacino a little more. Al Pacino's one of my favorite actors.
Really?
Yeah, I love Al Pacino. I love Al Pacino.
More than Denzel? Why?
I love Denzel, but Al Pacino has more range to me. The more range. It's just his characters is very dynamic. Like Scarface, got Carlito Way. He got the movies doesn't have The Godfather. He did so many roles. Denzel Washington, I love him, but he's the same guy every movie. Okay. Is, yeah. So you tell me, huh? So my nigga. Doesn't matter what role he's in, he's the same thing. Yeah. Show looking. So you tell me this. You tell me, but he's just the same guy. I love it. I love him. It's just that I like Al Pacino. Oh,
I see what you said about the range.
Forrest Whitaker too. Forrest Whitaker. I need work for Forrest.
Forrest Whitaker is brilliant as well.
He's like one.
I feel like he's underrated too. I love him.
He's so underrated. Yeah. He's so underrated. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Forrest Whitaker is the GOAT.
I love Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is amazing.
There's like nothing that he can't do. Like he can sing, he can dance, you know, he can make you laugh, he can give you some, like he can get very heavy with it, make you like really feel something. Like I love his range.
I love Jamie. Jamie's dope.
You know, like there's like nothing he can't do. You know, some people are good, like you said, Denzel Washington is dope. You know, he is the GOAT.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying when you say you see him like, you see Denzel a bit like in every film that he does. You know.
Yeah.
Like transform. You know, like some people can like transform. You're like, is that Denzel or is that Jamie Foxx? Like, you know, like that's incredible. Everyone doesn't have that kind of like gift. It's incredible to watch.
My friend asked me, what kind of actor are you? And I had to learn, are you a Method or Meisner? And I was like, that's a good question. I don't know. I think I do a little both. I didn't know I was a character actor, to tell you the truth. I didn't know I was a character actor. Like, you're a character actor. I didn't know what that meant, to tell you the truth. I didn't know what that meant. So I don't know. I'm going to give myself a ceiling.
I say if I had to choose, like, I mean, Sheik, of course, teaches, like, you know, like the Meisner, you know, listening, resonating, responding. But there's something about method acting for me. Like, if I have to play an alcoholic, I want to know what it's like to be drunk. I've never really been drunk. You know what I mean? So I want to know what that feels like. Don't be judging me on here, so okay?
Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, sure you haven't.
I have not been drunk.
It's okay. Yeah, no judgment. It's okay.
But I really would like to know, like, what that feels like. You know what I mean? For me, I know some people, they can just like read books, you know, maybe like watch some videos, and they can still bring that character to life. But for me personally, I want to go a little bit deeper. Like I want to go out and like meet someone who's an alcoholic. I want to get drunk and see what that feels like. You know what I mean? Like I really want to get into that place for me to be able to like deliver the best work.
It's interesting. I said, I tell you the truth, I don't know what, that depends on the role or what mood I'm in. Like a lot of times though, I constantly tell myself, imagine this happened to you. How would you react? I just be,
More like substitution.
I don't know what you mean like substitution, what you mean by that?
In a way, like when like you have a role, let's say about someone who was locked up. You know what I mean? Who never like really been locked up. So you're like, all right, how can I like put myself in that mindset? Okay, so if I was like this, if I was like that, then you can kind of like understand it more.
Yeah. Oh, and I do research, or I would do research stuff, but I would just become that. And it was she class
Okay.
me a lot because he said, really listen, don't skip all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Be in the moment. So I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is new.
He's just
Okay.
good at that. Like, he doesn't need like the whole method. Like he's just really good with listening and just responding.
Which is dope. Which
Naturally.
I
Yeah.
actually love it because I do that in comedy. You have to listen. You gotta be in the moment. You can't be every
Yeah,
guy in the
yeah. With
moment. So
comedy, you have to be on your toes. Like that's
you
the thing
gotta be
with
in the moment.
comedy. It's
So
like constant improv. You just gotta go for it. Just be
yeah.
ready.
So I love his teaching. Actually, I love his teaching. I love it. So I do a little bit each one, take
Hmm.
pieces and stuff, put it
Do you
together.
have a presentation? I always want to ask you that. Do you have like a manager, agent, or you just like book your own gigs and everything?
It's all me, all me.
Right, right.
Me and God's been my publicist. So that's been
Amen.
but I'm learning now. Teamwork is everything. So I'm actually looking for. I'm not looking. I'm gonna get one before the year. I promise myself that. I got my reel together. It's just that I've been.
You have a real nice.
I had a reel for years. Never really. Like I said, I haven't really went in it. I've been focused on
Uh-huh.
the comedy side. Like you just got to balance both. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna get one this year for a fact. I'm determined. I just think it's about just don't going after it and be persistent and knowing what you want and being clear what you want. Being
Very clear what you want. I think that's important. A lot of times, like, yes, God's my publicist. And Nev's like, yes, God is my publicist. I feel like a lot of times, like, we have ideas and all these different things that are like in our minds and what we want to do. But it is important to be clear and very
yeah,
specific about what you want. Hence why I'm going to get my vision board
yeah,
and put my stuff down and make it very specific. Because there are a lot of things I want to do and I want to be very specific about it and bring it to me, manifest it.
of course. Even I love this line. It says you have to be definite with the infinite.
You have to be definite with infinite, is what you just said?
You have to be definite with the
Uh-huh.
infinite. You have
I
to be
like that.
definite, specific, and
Uh-huh.
clear with God. Everybody say, "Oh, God, give me this." God's like, "Well, what do you want? What
Yeah.
do you want?" And I believe that what you see, is what you get. So whatever you see, good, bad, or ugly, is what you're gonna get it. So
Is what you get, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing an amazing agent. I'm seeing a wonderful manager. See, this is what I'm really seeing, and I'm being specific. I'm being so specific how I want the person, and it will come. So I really have. I've been doing my comedy more than my acting. Now I'm get back to my acting soon. So once I do that, I'm definitely gonna get some representation. But to tell you the
We
truth,
are, go ahead.
majority of my work comes from my social media. A lot of people say, "Yo, I love your work. You kind of book
Mm-hmm.
this." I'm like, "Oh, shoot." I just
Social media is like one of the best booking agents, absolutely.
a lot of people send me gifts. I'm like, this is love.
Nice.
Somebody send me a lot of people send me gifts. Like yeah, just this one guy. He sent me. Shout out to him. He sent me a whole stadium good gift today on my
Nice.
TV. The whole entire
Nice.
thing. So God's been good.
We have like a minute left. This was so much fun. I have to say
This
thank
was
you.
no.
Thank you. I got to know so much more about you. It was a really good conversation. And thank you so much for being on time, being professional, and being open.
Of course. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. I'd love to check this out again. How go back? I just
We're gonna upload it on the page, and
dope.
I'll see if I can give you the link, and if you can like download it or something
No, dope.
as well.
Well, this has been a blessing. Thank you so much, Katra.
It
And
has been a blessing.
thank you
I'm
everyone
wishing you
tuning in.
nothing but blessings and positivity with everything you have that you're working on. And yes,
Thank
keep
you.
us posted about the show. We have 28 seconds. Is there
Yeah.
anything you want to let people know that you have coming up lately? I know you have a show you something on your birthday on the 30th. Anything you want people to know?
Well, the
Tell us now.
second, stay tuned and live every day like it's your last. That's my last words.
I love that. Thank you so much. I love both your New York accents. Yes, we are in New York. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Have a
Thank you,
great night,
guys.
everybody.